What's going on, guys? JT here and welcome back to the channel. Today we got some big news with Disney releasing the latest concept art for the new Monsters Inc. land that will be coming to Hollywood Studios. Of course, this new land will be taking over Muppets Courtyard that just recently closed on June 7th. They already have the construction walls up and ready to go as they start this new project. But Mickey Views on Twitter did a really nice job comparing the two concept arts that we got originally from D23 and of course today, and breaking down the differences and some of the changes they have made. So here are the two concept images side by side next to each other. My first takeaways is the newest one is a lot more vibrant, more color to it, which I really liked. So I think you guys can kind of tell that too. One of the first things I noticed was the fountain. It looks like they're going to be keeping the one very similar that they had in the Muppet Courtyard for Miss Piggy, but then obviously retheming it to the Monsters theming. So that was an interesting addition, and I think it pops out to the eye right away. But let's go down the list here of the different tweets they put. So the first off, at the bottom right of the image, kind of the entrance to the land, the cars have gone missing. So they have removed kind of the monster cars that we saw in the original concept art. And this new one, you just see kind of trees and some of the street lighting and stuff like that. So that's interesting to see if that's still going to be a thing in the new version, or if they've just completely scrapped kind of the monster theming cars. The next one is the entrance has been modified slightly. The old concept image had this archway kind of going for it. Now it just has the two pillars with the Monsters Inc. kind of logo there at the bottom. Overall, I kind of like the archway they had in the original one, but I also think this works as well and is a cool entrance into the land. As we go down, the Monstro, home for new Monsters Inc. theater show replacing Muppet Vision 3D, has now changed to the Glob, a facade also made more monstrous. So as you can see here, pretty much the same building and design, just changed the name and kind of some of the theming and colors there, which I think the Glob is a really fun name. Kind of a tribute to the Globe Theater, which I think is pretty cool. So I think that'll be a nice addition, and I'm looking forward to see what this new monster show will be within that theater. The land's restrooms facade has been made slightly less monstrous. As you see on the left one, they have this really interesting architectural design. The right one's a little more plain, a little more common that you'll see here. So I definitely think the old concept image on that one is a little bit cooler, but maybe budget cuts for other things, who knows, whatever it may be, they just like this design better, is the switch up there. And then as I discussed, this one is really the difference of the fountains between the two concept images. Obviously, night and day, the new concept images are a lot better than the original version they had as the fountain for this new land. And then they go on to add the facade at the former Christmas shop has been made more cartoony. So you can see kind of the different coloring and the architecture on the left versus the right. Nothing too crazy here, I think, difference-wise. But I do think it's a cool ad. And as you can see, too, it does look like the billboard on the top left was removed in the newest concept art. So that's something to take kind of note there as well. And then, of course, for where the roller coaster is going to take place, the Monsters Inc. factory, the building was pushed back slightly, leaving space for a wide promenade past the end of the existing Muppets Courtyard area. So as you can see in this image here, one is just a little further back, gives itself a little more room there, which will be good. And who knows what this queue is going to look like. Maybe they needed some extra space and just wanted to push that back. So we'll see kind of the logistics of it there. And then last but not least, this one's interesting. It appears a potential playground for children who do not meet the coaster's height requirement, or an outdoor queuing area or a food and beverage spot is now visible in the art. And that is on the left side there. So in the original, it was just some trees over there. Now it has this kind of covering with some umbrellas there. So is it going to be a kid's playground? Like they said, food stand. Who knows? But it looks like they added that into the mix there as well. On the original, they had kind of a playground with this Sully-inspired slide that you could see in the middle of the image. maybe that's where that'll go. So TBD on what that's going to be, but also an interesting addition to the newest version of the concept art. But overall, guys, not too many massive changes from the original concept art we got months ago. But I am super excited for this new land. I think the Monsters Inc. theme roller coaster is going to be one of, or not the best ride at Disney World. It has so much potential, and this theme land in itself can be really cool with the monsters theming and really getting that immersive experience. Overall, I'm interested to see how they do with it, and of course, how it is perceived to the public after shutting down Muppets Courtyard and everything they had going on there. But in the comment section below, guys, let me know your thoughts on the latest update for Monsters Inc. Land. And as always, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.